guys, it's Jenny. Welcome back to the Bookworms Buddy. Today I have a review for you, and I will be reviewing Before I Go to Sleep. This is by S.J. Watson, and I first discovered this book from somebody that I'm friends with on Goodreads, and I can't right now remember who that was. And we were talking about it a little bit, and I had said, well, that sounds a little bit like, 50 First Dates. This is just on a different scale. This is not chick lit. This is a thriller. That makes it really kind of different in 50 First Dates. If you never watched that movie, it's the one with Drew Barrymore, Adam Sandler. She was in a terrible accident, and she couldn't remember anything after she would wake up each day. This book is almost the same way, except she lost memories from her entire past. Not up until the time when she had the accident, like in that movie. So she had an even bigger struggle. She could not retain any memories from, little bits and pieces. Yeah, so that is the rundown of the story. She does not have memories of anything. She has her husband, and she has to learn to trust her husband and what he's telling her. And then she gets involved with this doctor who says they've been working on her memory, and so she starts talking to him, or what she thinks is the first time, which they've been doing it for 3 weeks, and he would tell her to start a journal on everything that she would remember. And so she would go back and read that journal, and she would learn all over again what she learned, considering the fact that she did not totally trust her husband, because she had to go by everything he told her. She had to keep the journal from him. And her psychologist, the doctor, Dr. Nash, told her that that her husband should not know that she was seeing him, because at one point he had confronted her husband by phone and said, we can help her, and he didn't want to have anything to do with it. So she kept also that secret from her husband. So she was doing these things, and she was feeling a little guilty because she wasn't letting him know, well, I have this journal, and I've been seeing this psychologist who's been helping me remember stuff. Yeah, so she felt a little bit guilty over that. Now, her psychologist had to call her each day to let her know, oh, look in the closet, that's where your journal is. So the further we go into the story, the more things she starts to remember. And I'm sitting there trying to guess everything. Like, oh, I wonder if that's so-and-so, or I wonder if that's what he did, or what he said, or, that kind of stuff. Kept me on my toes. And I really love thrillers. And I love those types of thrillers that really do thrill you, keep you on your toes and keep you guessing. And a good thriller does that for me. So if I'm not feeling that on the edge of my seat feeling, or I'm not trying to guess and then second guess myself, then it's probably not a very good thriller. This one was really good. I rated this a 4-star, and I really, really enjoyed it. I really liked Chris. She was a good character. But there were some parts in the book that I was like, well, why doesn't she just do this? Why didn't she just look this up and figure out if this is true or not? And I wanted to push her sometimes to make more of an effort. And it just seemed like every time she would be like, well, I'm not buying that. And then she would just crumble because it was her husband, and he would turn on the sadness, kind of thing. And it really did make me not trust him, just like her. I could really feel like I was her. And I'd be like, come on, go check this out or whatever. And she just had these two people. She had Dr. Nash, and she had her husband, and that's all she had to really depend on and to really believe in. And I think for the most part, she was really afraid that it was going to come to a head, and she was not going to be able to trust either one of them, because you don't know that much about them. And you just can't, you can't go by what she's feeling, because she doesn't know herself. You know, it's just hard to pick up on who's being honest and who's not. Who is this person? You know. So yeah, it kept me on my toes. It kept me second guessing, and I really, really enjoyed that about the story. It was a pretty big plot twist at the end of the story that I was not expecting at all, because the whole time I'm trying to guess something else. So yeah, it was a pretty good plot twist at the end of the story. Yeah, that's my review, guys, on Before I Go to Sleep. If you have read this book and you have some ideas of your own, post in the comments below and we'll talk about it. Thanks, guys, for staying tuned, and I'll see you next time. Bye.